Breathe deep. Feel the humid air, heavy with the perfume of wild orchids, damp soil, and the sweetness that follows a tropical rain. Hear the low thunder of a waterfall rolling through limestone giants, the soft buzz of cicadas, the echo of rooster calls rising with monks' morning chants. This is Vang Vieng, Laos' off-grid jewel, a sanctuary where dagger-like karst mountains slice into the sky, jade rivers wind through untouched jungle, and villages awaken at a pace untouched by the rush of modern life. Nestled in the heart of Vientiane province, just 150 kilometers north of the capital, this hidden haven offers what Bali and Phuket no longer can. Quiet authenticity, space to breathe, and adventures wrapped in the warmth of fewer crowds and deeper human connection. Once notorious as a wild backpacker free-for-all in the early 2000s, Vang Vieng has been reborn. After the 2012 government overhaul, the town transformed from raucous riverside bars into a sustainable eco-tourism refuge. Today, seekers of all kinds find their place here. Spelunkers drift through ancient cave systems carved by millennia of water and myth. Kayakers and paddlers float down the Nam Song beneath towering cliffs. Hikers climb to panoramic viewpoints where the world seems to pause. Yet beneath the adventure lies the true heartbeat of Vang Vieng, a cultural tapestry woven by Lao, Hmong, and Khmu communities, where emerald rice paddies shimmer at dusk and traditions flow gently, just like the river itself. In the next few minutes, we'll slip off the grid and into this Lao wonderland. From the lively riverside lanes of Vang Vieng town to the cool, echoing chambers of Tam Chang Cave, we'll drift along emerald waters by kayak, wander through village paths where time slows to a heartbeat, and seek out hidden blue lagoons that shimmer like forgotten dreams beneath the karst towers. This is more than a journey. It's an immersion into Southeast Asia's untamed soul, where every bend in the river reveals serenity, and every mountain shadow hides a new surprise. Welcome to Vang Vieng. Let's answer the river's call. Our odyssey begins in the cradle of Laos, a landlocked nation of just over 7 million people, threaded by the mighty Mekong and backed by the rugged spine of the Annamite Mountains. Vang Vieng's origins stretch deep into the 14th century, when the early Lao kingdoms took root among these soaring limestone cathedrals. The very name Vang Vieng, Palace Pond, whispers of ancient retreats and quiet royal hideaways perched between jungle and stone. Centuries later, French colonizers carved rough airstrips through the valley during the Indochina era, leaving architecture and cultural footprints still visible today. But it was the Vietnam War that cast the longest shadow. American aircraft used the region as a staging ground, scattering unexploded ordnance that villagers still navigate with cautious respect. After 1975, Laos's communist era sealed the country off from most of the world, preserving landscapes and traditions almost by accident. When the borders cracked open in the 1990s, Vang Vieng transformed rapidly, from a tranquil agricultural settlement to a backpacker magnet defined by river tubing, cheap bars, and adrenaline-fueled excess. The boom came at a cost: dangerous swings, alcohol-fueled accidents, and mounting environmental strain. In 2012, sweeping government reforms marked a turning point. Today, Vang Vieng stands reborn as a blueprint for sustainable adventure, community-driven, nature-centered, and deeply respectful of the land that has endured for centuries. Fly into Vientiane's Huate Airport, then journey north along Route 13, a 3 to 4 hour ride that winds through quilted rice fields, river valleys, and sleepy roadside hamlets. Buses cost around $10, their windows framing scenes of water buffalo grazing and children cycling home from school. Prefer freedom? Rent a motorbike and cruise the open road, stopping for steaming bowls of pho or iced Lao coffee at family-run stalls tucked under banana trees. Arrive in Vang Vieng, a small but lively valley town of roughly 25,000 where backpacker hostels buzz beside upscale eco-resorts like the Silver Naga, its terraces facing the Nam Song and karst silhouettes for about $50 a night. As dusk falls, stroll the night market glowing with lanterns and sizzling grills, skewers of lemongrass chicken, fresh papaya salads tossed with lime and chili, and ice-cold beer lao served on plastic stools. The best time to visit? The dry season from November to April brings clear blue skies and daytime warmth in the 70s and 80s Fahrenheit, while the May-October wet season paints the landscape in lush emerald. Expect afternoon downpours, but fewer crowds and richer colors. Now, step into the Nam Song River, the lifeline of Vang Vieng, a 100-kilometer tributary of the Mekong that winds like a silver ribbon beneath the towering limestone cliffs. Once notorious for hedonistic tubing bars, the river has reclaimed its serenity, transformed into a sanctuary for slow, eco-focused adventure. Rent an inner tube for just $5 and float 4 kilometers downstream, drifting beneath bamboo footbridges and sculpted overhangs where swallows nest. Kingfishers flash electric blue as they dive for minnows, and fishermen check bamboo traps set by generations before them. For those craving movement, join a half-day kayak tour. Paddle through gentle rapids, glide past riverbank farms, and pause in small villages for coconut water cracked open on the spot. Stop on sandy shores for a picnic as guides, often from conservation-minded groups like Green Discovery. Share stories of the Nam Song's place in local folklore, a sacred waterway where guardian spirits reside, a source of irrigation for the rice terraces, and a natural highway linking communities long before roads reached the valley. Deeper adventures await in the wild. Heart of Vang Vieng. Start with cave tubing in Tam Nam, the legendary water cave, where you drift nearly 500 meters into the earth, headlamps slicing through velvet darkness. Stalactites hang like frozen rain from the ceiling, and the quiet echo of water dripping in chambers creates an otherworldly soundtrack. Emerging back into daylight feels like resurfacing from another realm. For a jungle escape, trek to Kang Nui Waterfall. The 2-kilometer hike winds beneath thick canopies alive with cicada song, crossing small wooden bridges and patches of wild orchids before revealing a 30-meter cascade plummeting into clear swimming holes. After a humid walk, the icy plunge pool is pure bliss, nature's reward for curious feet. The Nam Song's ecosystem flourishes all around. River otters occasionally play in quiet eddies, shoals of carp and silver-scaled fish flash beneath the surface, fruit bats stream from caves at dusk, and fireflies ignite the riverbanks at night, turning the valley into a galaxy of floating stars. In the early evenings, the entire riverscape glows, part wildlife display, part dreamscape. Continue the adventure underground. Vang Vieng shelters over 20 caves carved over millennia by rain and rivers, each a gateway to geological poetry and ancient spiritual practice. Among them, Tam Chong stands as the crown jewel. Just south of town, a suspension bridge sways gently over the Nam Song, leading to a staircase that descends into chambers cooled by natural springs. Inside, the cavern stretches more than 100 meters deep, its walls lined with shimmering stalactites, mineral pools, and traces of prehistoric fossils. During conflicts of the past century, the cave served as a protective bunker. Today, Buddha statues rest in quiet alcoves where locals still leave incense and flowers for blessings. Step out onto the viewpoint terraces and the entire valley unfurls, green rice fields, jagged karsts, and the sinuous ribbon of the river below. Further afield, the wild beckons through caves that feel lifted from a mythic underworld. Tam Sim and Tam Non, lie along the bends of the Nam Song, reachable by kayak, glide across mirrored water to their vine-draped entrances, then trek into cool chambers where underground rivers whisper beneath your feet. Colonies of bats burst from the ceiling in soft waves, their wings flickering like living shadows. Guides point out mineral formations shaped over millions of years and tell stories passed down through generations. Tales of spirits guarding hidden springs or hunters who once used these passages for shelter. At Tam Pu Kam, the storied Golden Crab Cave, a reclining Buddha rests in eternal calm. Below, a turquoise-blue lagoon shimmers like a jewel cut into the limestone. Locals swim in its crystalline depths, believing a mythical golden crab watches over the waters. Sunlight filters through the canopy, turning the pool into liquid sapphire. Climb deeper into the cavern and you'll find golden-tinted rock formations that inspired the cave's name. For adrenaline seekers, the adventure scales upward. Tam Nun offers a rare thrill, a zip line that sends you swooping straight toward the cavern's mouth, wind roaring in your ears as the karst walls flare on either side. Limestone cliffs surrounding these caves have become a rock-climbing haven, bolted routes suitable for beginners and seasoned climbers alike. As you ascend, the valley sprawls out in emerald and haze below you, and every ledge offers a view worth the effort. Rice paddies stitched into the earth, water buffalo grazing lazily, the Nam Song threading through it all. But Vang Vieng's soul lies not only in its landscapes, it beats in the quiet rhythms of its villages. Step off the main road and wander toward Ban Pha Thao, a Hmong settlement nestled 5 kilometers west of town. Here, life slows to ancestral tempo. Women weave brilliantly dyed textiles on backstrap looms, each pattern a coded memory of migration, clan lineage, and mountain spirits. Chickens scurry under stilted homes. Children chase each other through dusty lanes. Elders sit in the shade, carving bamboo flutes whose melodies echo across the fields. Join a guided homestay, and you'll be welcomed not as a tourist, but as a temporary family member. Sleep beneath mosquito nets in bamboo huts warmed by hearth smoke. Rise with the crow of roosters to help collect herbs from the garden. Learn to prepare lap, the beloved minced meat salad, tossed with mint, lime, roasted rice powder, and chilies that bite with fresh fire. Hike out with your hosts to hillside farms where corn, cassava, and peanuts grow in terraces carved by hand. And hear how changing seasons shape every aspect of village life. In these quiet corners, you discover the Vang Vieng most travelers never see. A place where traditions are lived, not displayed, where mountain breezes carry stories older than the road you arrived on, and where the spirit of Laos lingers, gentle and unhurried, in every gesture of welcome. In Ban Nathong, a Khmu village tucked between riverbanks and rising karsts, daily rhythms unfold like scenes from an old Southeast Asian tapestry. At dawn, men wade into the Nam Song with woven nets slung over their shoulders, casting them in graceful arcs that shimmer against the current. Women move through emerald paddies, harvesting sticky rice by hand, each bundle tied with practiced precision, while children chase chickens and puppies between thatched roofs, darkened by years of sun and monsoon. Festivals punctuate the calendar with bursts of color and devotion. November's Boon That Luang sends lanterns drifting skyward in honor of the great stupa in Vientiane, while Hmong New Year in December transforms nearby villages into whirlwinds of embroidered headdresses, bamboo flutes, and ancient courtship rituals where youths toss cloth balls in playful flirtation. These communities embody Laos' deep-rooted communal spirit. Sabaidi greetings offered to every passerby, shared wooden platters of sticky rice, herbs, and fermented fish paste binding guests and hosts in quiet kinship. Yet, modernity hums at the edges. Solar panels glint atop bamboo huts, motorbikes replace ox carts, and young Khmu take up guiding to protect traditions while embracing tourism's gentle rise. Ascend now into the heavens on Vang Vieng's legendary viewpoints, trails that crown the karsts with vistas so vast they feel carved for the gods. The climb to Nam Se viewpoint is a short but lung-burning ascent, roughly 30 minutes through roots and limestone steps, ending at a 360-degree panorama where river bends coil like jade ribbons below. A rusted motorbike perched on the summit adds quirky charm and a famous photo op to the sweeping scene. Pha Nguyen, known for its tiered lookouts, silver, gold, and diamond, draws hikers higher with each platform, the final stage offering sunsets that ignite the valley in molten orange and violet. For the intrepid, the Pha Pok Loop threads through pocket jungles, weaving past hidden caves and secret blue pools, alive with the chatter of monkeys and flashes of exotic wings, Asian paradise flycatchers dancing through the canopy like living streamers of white and copper. Here, every summit feels like a revelation, every trail a testament to Vang Vieng's wild and sacred beauty. Soar higher, hot air balloon rides at dawn, float silently over the karsts for $200, a magical perspective on the patchwork below. Or rock climb with Adam's Climbing School, harness up for routes on sheer faces, blending adrenaline with zen-like focus. Vang Vieng veils enigmas in its folds, secrets tucked between karst cliffs and shadowed river bends. Blue Lagoon 3, far quieter than its famous siblings, lies deep in the countryside where dust roads fade into forest. Its sapphire pool shelters a cool cave chamber adorned with Buddha relics and stalactite curtains, while a wooden platform tempts the brave into plunging beneath hanging vines. Local legends speak of Naga serpents guarding these hidden waterways, ancient protectors said to coil through the limestone rivers beneath Laos. Others tell of Phi spirits wandering remote trails, guiding or warning those who trek too far into the jungle. For explorers seeking the untouched, Pha Thong Cave waits with pristine formations undisturbed by crowds, its chambers echoing with the slow drip of mineral-rich water. Or pedal out to Ban Huain Gam, where artisans weave Lao textiles on wooden looms, patterns passed down through generations, stories of harvest, migration, and mountain spirits woven into every thread. Travelers in 2025 rave about Vang Vieng's magic. One calls the sunrise hot air balloon ride otherworldly, drifting above mist-wrapped karsts. Another praises its rare tranquility, a peaceful counterpoint to Southeast Asia's busier hotspots. In 2025, Vang Vieng stands proudly as a model of sustainable stewardship. Visitor fees help safeguard fragile cave ecosystems. Town-wide plastic bans have brightened the Nam Song's once cluttered banks, and community-based tourism ensures revenue flows directly to the Lao, Hmong, and Khmu families who call this valley home. Though over-tourism lingers as a looming threat, collaborative efforts led by the Vang Vieng Eco-Tourism Association champion low-impact adventures, small group tours, regulated access to caves, and trail maintenance projects staffed by local youth. Travelers are urged to tread lightly, support family-run eateries and homestays, carry reusable bottles to reduce waste, and dress modestly in villages where swimsuits offend sacred norms. These simple acts help preserve a landscape as delicate as it is breathtaking. As twilight drapes Vang Vieng's jagged peaks in lavender dusk, listen closely. The region whispers its ancient invitation. Here, caves cradle wonders untouched by time. Rivers wash the spirit clean, and village life reminds us of joys that modern noise too often obscures. Beyond the hotspots lies the real Vang Vieng, a sanctuary for seekers, wanderers, and anyone longing for raw, unfiltered adventure. Yours now to claim. Thanks for journeying with me. Subscribe for more Hidden Asia. Until next time, let the trails lead you.